more to marketing.
Welcome to More to Marketing, a podcast on marketing, product, and everything in between. This is your host, Susan, and today we're going to explore advertising on the moon. Now, this is an interesting topic. Most recently, we had a beautiful nighttime partial eclipse, and it got me thinking. There's lots of movies that I have seen where people have put advertising on them. One of the ones I clearly can remember quite well is Will Smith doing that in his special superhero movie, where he actually went up onto the moon and did a love heart as part of a campaign. But it got me thinking, has anyone actually tried it? So, doing a little bit of searching and researching into this, I actually found 2 examples in real life where people have maybe even thought about it. So according to my research of Captain Google, I was actually really surprised to find that there have been attempts to advertise on the moon in real life, but there is no mention of actually it happening. So I've never seen it. I don't think anyone else has, so I doubt they've really made it happen yet, but maybe something for the future. But there is information about people who are claiming to be selling land on the moon, which if you're selling land on the moon, you'll need advertising up there to sell that real estate, won't you? So I'm going to take it from that direction. So iSpace. In 2017, this Japanese space company, iSpace, announced its intentions to put advertising on the moon during its missions, which would have been the first attempt to advertise directly on the lunar surface. However, it's unclear whether they have successfully executed this plan or even obtained the legal approval for such activities. The other one I was able to find, which does sound a little scary in a way, shadow shaping. A company exploring a new technology called shadow shaping in 2009 would allow them to create images on the moon's surface using robotics that carve small ridges. This can be seen as a form of advertising through the use of images. However, there's limited information available if they actually went ahead with this. But I think that'd be a little bit destructive. I know way in the past, the ancient history, they used to carve in the landscape different images that meant different things. But to do that modern time on the moon, not sure. Why would people actually want to advertise on the moon? Well, it's a pretty spectacular goal, and it'll definitely increase visibility during certain days of the month, etc. And the recognition would be quite unique and attention-grabbing. There's this gentleman called Dennis Hope, an American entrepreneur. He has claimed to have discovered a loophole in the 1967 United Nations Outer Space Treaty that allows individuals to own parts of the moon. And this is where we're talking about that whole, I'm going to buy a plot of land and have my own little lunar land there. And since the 1980s, he has been, other companies as well, having claims to have been sold more than 600 million acres of land on the moon. However, no surprises here. The claims have been refuted by experts, and the sale of lunar land is not recognized by any legal companies or any governments. So I'd definitely stick clear of buying any plots of land on the moon at present until you know that any laws have passed for lunar sales. But that would be interesting, seeing little for sale signs on the moon. Now, there is nothing on there at the moment, but as I mentioned, there have been movies. And one of probably the biggest, most noteworthy movies that's ever put any kind of advertising on the moon would be the 2017 movie Blade Runner 2049. Now, the moon is actually shown with large digital advertising covering its surface. However, it's very, very important to note this is just a depiction of fiction and it's not real life. So don't go looking for this digital signage from here. But there are many other movies that have done this. So don't forget to write any comments if you can remember any movies or even TV shows that have done advertising on the moon. It's really interesting. It's a different space. It's new frontier. No doubt it'll eventually happen. I'm surprised that some of the shuttles at the moment don't have more paid sponsorship. Maybe that's one of the next frontiers when we get more excited about space again. Thank you for listening to this podcast on More to Marketing. Don't forget to follow for some more interesting podcasts in the future.
More to Marketing.